What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Measy Show. I'm your host with the most. Now, before we begin, hit that subscribe and that like button for me in the bottom corner. Appreciate you, please and thank you. Now, put your post notification bells on as well, if you will. I appreciate you. So here's the situation, right? I'm getting ready to go to the gym actually. I just wanted to make a quick little video here about the situation that's taking place with Lefty Gunplay and basically a whole bunch of other Northern California Hispanic rappers. So Lefty Gunplay, for those that don't know, he's a Southern California Hispanic rapper out of, like, I think he's from LA or San Gabriel Valley, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, there's been some little back and forth. First and foremost, for those that don't know the history about North and South Hispanics, then you might want to, like, that's a whole video that in itself, and probably wouldn't even do that. But with that being the case, there's some history there, right? Now, there a lot of these new Hispanic rappers, they're kind of jumping out with it, like banging on the Northern California, the Norteños, whatever, right? So Lefty Gunplay being one. What's his name? Well, he's not really a rapper. He's actually a snitch and he's a federal informant, but he was doing it too, isn't it? G-Face, Yuri Ketchikan, G-Face. Another one. I'm not sure if Chito Rana said something or he didn't. I don't know. But then there's a few, bro. There's a few, right? And so the few of the Northern California rappers, they responded a little, in my personal opinion, they responded kind of player. They responded in a way that was like we ain't got to be, you feel me? Like, it's no secret that they're not cool. Like, that there's a long standing issue there. You get what I'm saying? It's no secret, right? But whatever the situation, like, they're a little bit more diplomatic with it. So anyway, recently Lefty Gunplay had dropped a song. If I'm not mistaken, it's the was it a 50 Cent beat or something? It was a known beat, and in which he was basically dissing a lot of people. Bandz from the Rose, Rico Too Smooth, Gold Toes, who's like kind of more so like a producer. A handful of people, and they're all from up north. So Bandz from the Rose actually went on No Jumper, I want to say maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he made a video saying, like, look, like, if he's talking about F Norte and all this stuff, but then he was reaching out to my homie Gold Toes about this whole situation. So if that's the case, why you having that energy calling him big dog and trying to get a record deal and blah, blah, blah. And the fact that he brought him up and said, oh, Gold Toes, I ain't signing nothing or something to that degree, that kind of further alludes to the fact, like, maybe there was some talks about a little deal. Now, Gold Toes, he's pretty, I would say he's a known individual when it would come to like working a deal with somebody on a, maybe on an independent level, or I wouldn't say independent, but he's been in the game a long time and he has his connections or whatever. So he did some stuff with Lavish D. He's done stuff with a lot of people that maybe some you know and some that you do not know, right? So, you know, with that being the case, there was supposed to be some talks about a signing or whatever the situation. Then Rico Too Smooth, who's also a Northern California rapper, a Northern Hispanic rapper. I think he might be black or maybe something like that. Maybe something mixed, or I don't know what. But he, nevertheless, he's on the Northern Hispanic side or whatever. So anyway, so he was basically saying in an interview, I just seen it today in some shorts, where I guess Lefty Gunplay was like, hey, bro, you doing your thing? Or, you know what I'm saying? It was a positive interaction. See you at the top or something like that. So I feel like I understand the history, right? I definitely understand the history. And there's stuff about the history I don't know. And they're not going to tell you. You get what I'm saying? But nevertheless, like, I just feel like, why are you... This is just my opinion, right? And, you know, we all got our own. Bro, when you go, so he did like all these years on a level 4 yard and all this other stuff. That's what he said, right? So speaking of Lefty Gunplay, which by the way, he's, I'll be honest, he's kind of cool. I kind of like his music. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of smooth. Now, has he got a little weird in some interviews and like, yeah, for sure, he's gotten a look. You could tell he's like a look like. I mean, that's what drugs, alcohol, that type of stuff does things to people's brains, you know. So anyway, but his music, I do kind of like a couple of his little songs, you know. Even the diss song was kind of cool, to be honest with you. Not saying it was like a greatest hits or something, but it was something cool. It was something to rock to. You get what I'm saying? So with that being the case, with that being said, I should say, this is how I feel. Bro, you're from Los Angeles County. These people are from way up there. Like, for you beefing with them, like, they have their own beefs and situations up there. Not to mention, you did all these years on this 4 yard. When y'all's in the joint together, like, it's either up or it's not. It's cool. And when it's cool, it's nothing but respect. You get what I'm saying? I seen it in Shelton before, right? In Washington. I was in Shelton. This is the R units, right? So this is like the what's called reception units, right? So there was a whole bunch of Northerners and a whole bunch of Southerners. Now, mind you, this is Washington. It's not California. But nevertheless, in Eastern Washington, they're just as deep. Like, they're hella deep up there. So, especially like Yakima, you know, maybe like Tri-Cities, maybe some in Spokane, you know, a Toppenish, like the central Eastern Washington, big time, right? So anyway, so there's a whole, we're in the reception units, R units in Shelton, and I believe I was in like R4 or R5, right? So that's the last one. For those that have been to like basically WCC, that's the last unit, right? Now, they were all like, basically they was cool, not cool with each other, but they were just being like out of each other's way, not doing too much talking or not too much involved with anybody or blah, 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 right? So anyway, they were cool until it wasn't cool. Of course, it went up. They had like a little riot, whatever the situation. They had one. He was like one of those ones who was jumping from like group to group to group, and he was all kind of different stuff. And then I think he ended up trying to be like a Northian. It was just a Caucasian white guy. He had like a one leg. And he had like literally one leg, like he had a prosthetic leg, and he was like running from he was trying to run away when everybody, like, so basically he wasn't squabbling. You get what I'm saying? So, but anyway, nevertheless, I say all that to say, like, with them usually in that type of penitentiary setting, it's either up or it's not up. You get what I'm saying? And when it's not up, you got to be like respectful. You don't even have to be like, you don't have to say anything, but you can't be disrespectful, right? So when you're on these types of, you know, platforms saying things like this, it kind of looks a little messy. I'll be honest with you. Like, I just feel like, number one, they're from like 8 hours away, 6-7 hours away from you. They're the last thing that you should be even worried about. You get what I'm saying? And not to mention Bandz, before, if I'm not mistaken, Lefty started pretty much dissing everybody before everybody responded to him. You get what I'm saying? Everybody that Lefty dissed, to my extent of my knowledge, he dissed without being provoked. Honestly, this is my personal thing. I feel like he gets just a little drunk. He started smoking a little tree, maybe sniffing or smoke, whatever he's doing. Obviously, there's a little drug use there. He gets under the influence of whatever he got going on, and he just kind of starts popping it. And then the next day, at the end of the day, he's a gang member. He's in the streets as, you know, he has a certain reputation to uphold, right? So you can't just do all this without keeping that energy and backing it up. So that's probably exactly what happened. He probably get high, lifted, whatever. He, F this, F that, F those, kind of blah, blah, blah. Right? Next day, he like, they posting all these different things. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you're famous, somebody like me or you, maybe it wouldn't make a difference. When you're a famous rapper or any type of celebrity, whatever you say is going to travel. It's going to go fast. You get what I'm saying? Me or you say something like, hey, bro, F such and such. It's not gonna probably go past 1, 2, 3, 4 people, whatever. Then it's gonna spread like wildfire, and everyone's gonna know. You get what I'm saying? Some things catch and some things don't. Obviously, negative things catch. It's unfortunate, but people want negative stuff. They want to see drama and controversy and things like this, right? So, I feel like he just kind of was popping it, and and after he was popping it for some time, then he maybe that now they tripping. You get what I'm saying? They ain't even tripping like that. But granted, I'm sure that it probably will go up, or something would take place. Like if if they cross paths, I'm sure something will happen. Do I think they're gonna cross paths? I don't even know, bro. To be honest with you, I really don't know unless you go out looking for them. And when I say them, I'm speaking particularly Bandz from the Rose and Rico Too Smooth. So first and foremost, before I even go any further, now that I mentioned Bandz from the Rose is hard. I'm gonna just state like facts, bro. This dude is hard. He's like one of them. He's a very, very talented up and coming rapper. When I say up and coming, he's already like up a little bit, but his fame will keep going. He had a album with Lavish D. One of the songs, y'all should look it up. It's a song called This and That with Lavish D and Bandz from the Rose. Hard. That's hella hard. I love that song. Perfect for the gym. It's when you lifting a little iron or whatever you're doing. You look, you ain't fighting back. Yeah, it goes. Anyway, so talent wise, I'll be honest, Bandz from the Rose has all of them beat. Like nothing, no disrespect to Lefty Gunplay, no disrespect to Rico Too Smooth, no disrespect to anybody he's talking about. I think he said something about some guy named Lazy Boy, which I don't really. I think I might have seen a short of him on YouTube or something, but haven't really followed him. Bandz from the Rose by far has everybody beat. He's hella hard. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just feel like y'all so far away. Like, you get what I'm saying? I feel like Bandz from the Rose handled it the most player. Well, Rico Too Smooth did too, but Bandz from the Rose, we heard his voice a little more because it was a no jumper. But, and you could tell, you know what I'm saying, the 16 was trying to bait a conversation about, basically he was trying to bait some sort of diss or something like that. And he wasn't really like biting on that. But then he kind of did it, sort of, dog walk him, I'll slap him, blah, blah. It would be a problem. Whatever happened, it would be a problem if they cross paths. But I just feel like, bro, you so far away. Like, why? What's the problem? Why are you? Why are you even? That'd be like me. Like, if I'm in California, right? That'd be like me. And there, let's just say, for example, hypothetical. Let's just say if I'm a content creator, there's somebody like, and now it's one thing to talk, to report news and give your opinion. It's another thing to be like, I'm gonna do this and that, right? I'll put you on a shirt and all right. I mean, that'd be like me saying, DJ Academics, you're gonna, obviously there's a bigger content creator than myself, no, obviously, but even like a smaller one, right? I'm a dog walker, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put you on a shirt. So like, I'm making these threats from across the country. Like, that don't make too much sense, and it kind of like makes me look a little foolish and ridiculous as an adult. You get what I'm saying? Which also kind of goes to the fact that it speaks to the fact that, he's under the influence of drugs and alcohol and whatever else he's got going on. So, the song is cool. I will say that. But I kind of feel like it's kind of foolish, man. It's kind of foolish. But at the end of the day, it's entertaining. So we'll just wait to see what happens, man. You let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that it was warranted at all? Do you think it wasn't? What do you think is going to be the response? I feel like Bandz might say something kind of slick in his, you feel me? But he's real slick with it. He's not going to too much say, how can I say this? He's not going to too much say what, like, he'll say it, and those who know, and if you don't know, you're not going to know what he's saying. You can't read between the lines. But that's what I think. Anyway, you let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to get to this gym, man. Y'all have a great afternoon. Salute. I'm gone.